Hi, and welcome back to 500 Threat with Randy Random Reloaded. My name is Icon, and today we're going to survive another wonderful day here, hopefully, or not. So we're cleaning away the remains of the last episode's invasion. They came with a lot of people armed with bows and such, but we just destroyed them. Everything's fine now. So the new rooms are getting used now. So if we look up our people's moods, they're not that horrible anymore. Spacious interior, we're getting there. Almost a normal life, and it's really scaring me to say that, almost a normal life. So for some odd reason, those insectoids have decided to attack me. Alright, good thing that I noticed it. And if you haven't already done so, friends, check out my channel. You'll find so much more Rimworld content there, and apart from that, also content for other strategy games I love to play. So if that's up your alley, feel free to check it out, and if you find something there, just leave a subscription. You won't miss any future content, and I'll be very, very happy. And I think that's what's happening here. They're trying to take the corpses, those dirty little insectoids. Alright, so is that scarab a goner? No. Its stomach has been destroyed, but it's not dead. No. All right, whatever. However that works for them. So Julia, what's with your gun? Did you have a gun? Do you need a gun? Do I have a gun? Do I look like I have a gun? Oh man. Alright, so we're going to make it like that. And there goes the next big nasty. Alright. Finally. So I'm going to use moss as a kiter here. So there we go. But the zone of kiting is pretty limited. I gotta be sticking to that narrow corridor to not break the line of sight. And there we go. And okay, we're not done yet. They're all coming for a nice hello here. Okay, whatever. I don't mind. I mean, it's finally getting rid of those insectoids. Looks like these corpses attracted them big time. Alright. So can we please focus the fire on the nasties? The real nasties. So I don't want to have Zaz really fighting here. I want to use Zaz as a kiting machine here, but they're still after Ocelot, so can't do that. Alright. For some off reason, those monsters think that Ocelot is the target to go. Maybe it's not that off. I mean, Ocelot has the biggest gun of us, so nice. Alright, that hive is gone. Awesome. I didn't expect the insects to be attracted by dead people like that, but I mean, it does make sense in a gruesome way. Alright, so what's up with West Lecrae? Well, guess it's going to take a little bit longer until she can move again. Oh, no, never mind. Capable of walking again, so it's actually quite good. We need to research hydroponics, so okay. Them people are just not researching. Alright. Let's order some mining. And I want some more research chances here. Okay. Good thing about that, we got some nice insect jelly, so we can live a little bit longer off of that. So Nook is taking that stuff. Alright. Also, this map is now a lot safer than before. Jacob, could you please repair that bed? Thank you. Alright, but apart from that, it seems like I really want to have flooring as soon as possible. But then again, flooring is such a big endeavor, you know. Because we would need a lot of stones to get flooring done. Well, so limestone chunks without end. Seems like we're going to use them. Alright. I'm so scared about the next few events. I can't put it into words how scared I am. because the sheer amount of enemies there was really frightening, gotta say. Alright, I want to have a second research table, because research is saving lives. And I somehow want to get access to a geothermal generation thingy. Alright, there we have something. Okay. Geothermal generator, and there we go. Alright. Let's drop down some power conduits over there. And that's that. I'm just going to forbid the construction of the generator itself, because I want to be finishing this as the last step. Alright. Very good. So now I can finally just mine away on that steel now that the insectoids are gone. Okay. Nicey nice. So let's see what kind of threats we're going to get tossed at us. It's going to be the biggest question here. I mean, I'm playing with Randy Random. At the end of the day, there can be also no threat at all. That's the wonderful thing about Randy. So let's standardize these rooms a little bit more. Make them a little bit deeper overall. Okay, so steel's running low already, so I think it's a good idea to mine out some more. And that stuff down here, well, we're going to see where the compact machinery is actually lying in. There we go. So, gotta haul back home some more slate chunks too, though, because we're running out of blocks here. Slate more important than limestone. Awesome. Okay. So with these king-sized rooms, we're going to have a lot. We're going to need a lot of flooring for them. But well, long-term projects in a short-term campaign. I love it. So 2 researchers should be tackling down the hydroponics topic a lot better. All right. So stone cutting is also happening at a decent pace. Perfect. Okay, let's continue that slate wall over here. And obviously also over here. Nice, that's a lot of components for the colony in those sleeping rooms. So can we please just reinstall the bed over here? How about that? No, that doesn't kick this Lacry out of her bed. Damn. Was just hoping to make some ruckus that kicked her out of the bed, but no. Okay. So, seems like I'm okay with building a geothermal reactor now too. Awesome. So this time, now the power is available for us, and I'm able to build up the hydroponics soon. That's a very, very important moment for the colony. Okay, but where will I build those hydroponics? I think best served next to my food storage, and we're going to have a marriage. Yay! Awesome. So food's already running lower and lower. Having so many people on your colony is really a pretty hard starting thing, because in a frozen biome like this, we really gotta be rushing towards the hydroponics now, because if not, we're going to starve quite soon. And the Grey and Caro are visiting us. Who are the Grey and Caro? The Gentle tribe. Alright. Good thing that they don't hate me too much. Alright. Should consider building up some traps over there too. So who wants to buy some stuff? Having those equas. I really dislike these items, but wow. Nice money on those, actually. It's a lot better than I thought. Okay, I have 1 sheep wool toque left, but I'm not going to use that. I'm going to buy some herbal meds, and I want all of their pemmican. It's only a little bit, but food right now is pretty much of a problem. It doesn't look like it, I know, but those packaged survival meals, we won't be getting far with that. So, isn't there anybody else here up for mining? Well, so I'm going to pick Vladislav and Jacob on a tier 2 priority to make sure they're at least mining if they don't have anything better to do. And there's a food binge on King. I dislike that a lot. So I'm going to put this up as a prisoner thing. And we're going to... Let's check out who has a higher rest chance. 90%, that's enough. Because food binging in my situation right now is a no-no. I can't allow that. We're certainly not in the position to have people going food binging on us. And now Ocelot has gone into a daze. You were meant to release King, my friend. Alright, so King should take that rifle. And there we go. And now this is no longer a prisoner pad. There we go. Alright, and it's pretty bad to have Ocelot on a breakdown because Ocelot is my best gun. And there's some chance that, you know, not cool. So, alright. And that's the hydroponics tech completed. Nice. Alright, so with the stones that I have, I want to check out what I can do here. First off, I need a sun lamp. And look at that. That's perfect, isn't it? Yeah, I'm going to make it like that. The wall needs to roll like here. Alright. So hydroponics will be living here, and we're going to mine that through, and there's going to be a door over here into the hydroponics. I like that idea. And we're going to install some heaters over there, and overall this should be very, very good. So let's connect the power there too. And is there a problem with the construction level, or are we just short in steel? I think there's just a steel shortage. It's pretty often a shield shortage, exactly. A steel shortage. But at some point I should be getting some steel again. I mean, oh, come on, no. Oh, it's the old one, never mind. At some point they should be mining out the steel that I ordered them to mine. I mean, it has to happen sometime at some point. Alright, hydroponics are done. So we're going to research what next. Mortars. I want mortars. I'm very far away from being able to use mortars in any sane and serious way, because you'll need steel and chem fuel to do that. But nevertheless, I want to try my luck. Mortars are important and valuable. And there we go. So roof area is getting completed here as well. Nice. Alright, and Julia is finally on it, as is Ladislav. Alright, awesome. So this will be the steel necessary for the You know what? The thing with the things that gives power. Jokes aside, geothermal generator. Who's my workers? Oh, okay, Jacob and Zaz. Can we please focus on that now? That would be awesome. Alright. So I think I'm going to clear this guy. I don't want to overwork him. There's so little happening here. It's making me anxious. Very anxious. Alright, Vladislav is breaking down because of the terrible bedroom. Come on, man. It's not that horrible. I'm doing my best here. I mean, it's an awful bedroom. Okay. Granted. So... let's start making things beautiful. Little by little. Room by room. One by one. Alright. Oops. I want to have that one. Alright. That's correctly configured. So let's just keep going and pray to God that the mental breakdowns will subside before we get attacked again. It's just that, just the only thing that I'm really, really afraid about. Okay, so hydroponics. I want to get those things here first down. So these can be used like that. And I'm pretty sure, well, I want to have 8 at least. So 2, 4, 6, 7, and let's make it like that. Just want to make sure that there's enough crop for everybody, because we're going to rely on that pretty seriously. And on another note, we're going to need rotten amounts of steel and component. So I better mine out whatever I can find. But there seems to be quite a nice abundance of these materials right around me. Okay. There we go, our first plants. Nice. So I think 2 gardeners are enough. Most importantly, we don't. Okay, they're already configured towards rice. Awesome. Rice is a real power pick in the hydroponics, because rice grows every 2 days there. And look here, we're not a single day too soon. People would be starting to starve very soon. So and with the hydroponics production project, we're of course running low on steel like crazy. Okay, so let's I want to bring Julia one more time. There we go. To that compacted steel. So no wildlife here whatsoever. It's so brutal to live here in the long run. Alright, so I want those power cords to be done, because it's a friggin' shame that they are not done yet. Alright, so the temperature inside here is of course also not okay. So we gotta bring up some more heaters, and you know, the pressure is on now with the time, because the food stocks are dwindling, and if things go on like that, we're going to eat human before this time is over. So not too keen to see that happening. Alright, so I want to have these forbidden for now, and I want to focus my endeavors on the heaters now, because that's way more important. Alright. At least the components are quite rich. Alright. So, the Epic Stabbers. So, they're transport potting me. Nasty folks that they are. And they are supposedly more intelligent. But, looking how they spread up like that, this doesn't look too intelligent to me, honestly. So I'm keeping Vladislav out of that, as usual. I want to kill off the Grenadier guy first, because that's the most frightening thing always. So, going to bring up, like, yeah, let's bring Julia. Always bring some decoy for the Grenadier. Somebody who wants to toss stuff at. Oh, we don't want to keep that. He's going to rain death upon us. Alright, this first guy is a goner. Elner Andre. Goodbye. You took the wrong fight there. So, Mitsuya and Grunt. Also armed with explosives. I gotta be retreating Vladislav here because there are people coming for him. Way too dangerous to stay like there. So, are they really going to toss mollies on my generator? I can't imagine. Alright. So that's the next squad gone. Wow, Randy. Is that really all we're facing here? And is that a smoke launcher for me? Awesome. That's, as a matter of fact, one of the best things that could have dropped to me. Alright, so we're going to remove Boss out of his sorry life. There we go. So, we found a lot of grenades here. Various types. I got myself a smoke launcher, a few new packaged survival meals. Well, wasn't the worst haul. And yeah, well, the thing here which was working out nicely for me was just that these guys were foolishly split up. Like if these guys with all their firepower would have went into me at once, pretty scary. With all those grenades, I think it would have been quite easy to fight it off with all the guns that I have, but at the same time, still pretty scary. Alright, so look at this. Look at this. The first rices are growing. Alright, so now I can allow the other things. Just wanted to make sure that the temperature is managed first. And with those rice plants, I should be finally able to sustain myself a lot better than before. Okay, so the first basic problems have been taken care of. The attacks are, well, not too scary at this point, but I want to point out we're just 16 days in. Like, this was not even a major threat, if you ask me. It was just a normal fight. So let's check how far I can take this. But the hydroponics are coming along really nicely here. Low food already, so there goes. Packaged survival meals are going to run low quite soon, but it's no longer really something to be worried about, because with hydroponics available, I mean, I'm going to stuff this place with basins. All right, that was a bad setup. I know that there are actually ideal patterns to put up your hydroponics, but you know, I'm too lazy to do that. I admit it. Guilty as charged. So let's mine away some more steel. Murderous beasts. So what up here? We would be attacked by 28 manhunting Arctic wolves. No. Oh my god. 28 Arctic wolves. And the game doesn't even flag that as more than hard. You know, Arctic wolves, they're not exactly the most dangerous animals the game can muster, but they're certainly not harmless either. Like, for real. So I'm going to mine through here like that. And then we're going to pick up some more resources here and there and everywhere. Alright. So with those limestones available, I think it's about time to bring some more comfiness. Man, I'm so sure we're going to die quite soon. Something deep down inside me tells me that Randy is already readying his nastiest forces. I mean, as long as they are coming with raiders, everything is fine and dandy. I think raiders are way less dangerous compared to mechanoids. The mechanoid raids, those are the raids I'm afraid about. Because raiders are most of the time quite squishy and dumb. The mechanoids are also quite dumb, but they're not squishy, you know. They can't even get downed. The only moment when a mechanoid stops is when it's destroyed. And that's why mechanoids are so damn spooky, if you ask me. Okay, so look at that. There's even a little hollow in there. Alright. But I think the hydroponics should be done quite soon. Warden for hire. So the Fallen Empire would be giving me 4 prisoners, which I should be keeping alive for 1.4 days. And we're getting raided 3 times with 11 people. And for all this, I would only get some honor. No thanks. So the threat rating also manipulates the danger of quests, in case you were wondering. So that's why things are so messed up here. Talking about messed up, I personally think it's quite messed up that we're not having any lights in these rooms here. Like, none at all. So, dropping down some power cords deeper into the rooms to make sure that we're going to have lamps deeper inside the abodes. Alright, so I'm going to strengthen my defenses a little bit. Strengthen my power output a little bit. And then we continue. I think as long as I manage to stay ahead of my enemies, the real fun here will be the tremendous slaughters that we can see. Like, the amount of enemies is awesome. But the moment I fail to do this, or the moment Randy sends too many enemies I can't deal with properly, I think we're going to crumble immediately. So this is certainly a marathon, or no, well, a sprint. It's more like a sprint. For a marathon, I don't think I'm skilled enough, honestly. So with the hydroponics up and running, the food shouldn't be an issue anymore quite soonish. Because I calculated once that one of those basins roughly keeps a colonist alive. A little bit less than that, so each colonist needs like 1.2 basins or such. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I calculated wrong. It's a quite fair possibility of that. But nevertheless, this with 16 should be more than I need. So that's what I was aiming for, to have more food than I need. Because I personally think I want to have the capacities to feed more people. So the epic stabbers are back. So this time they're coming back with a bigger and better guns. So they got a sniper rifle even. That's nasty because okay, they want to separ me. Separ me, separ you. I should be really bringing up more traps inside my base, honestly. So Vladislav and Julia, you guys are please headed over there this way. I'm going to use Zaz as a blocker here. Oh boy, they're going to. Oh, never mind. They're not mining down my walls. They're just grenading them. So there we go. I want to melee Teddy as quick as possible, and hopefully gun down Felicia. There we go. Because if they're having grenadiers, you always have to disable the people with grenades as quick as possible. So now let's head away from here, because I don't want to have my enemies getting chances of snipering me. So they stopped in their tracks. No problem for me with that. So what happens now? First guys pouring in. No, that's why I'm saying that raiders are most of the time not that much of a trouble. So I'm going to get into Beltran. Zaz suffered a headshot, so let's check it out. But the headshot was actually the nose, so we are quite okay. Beltran is now sealed. We're going to fire away on those snipers, because snipers have the biggest one-shot potential here. So I'm going to tag Sean, but okay. They start retreating, and guess what? We got a plenty of new guns. Awesome. Come again soon. Alright, so that was a little bit scary, I gotta admit. Zaz is dying quite soon, so we should be rescuing him. So Moss, you are the person rescuing Zaz, because nobody else needs a rescue. I'm going to send up Ocelot though, because I want to kill off as many of those guys as possible, simply because of their guns. Everybody who's getting killed here will be dropping their guns for me, so... Wow, Sean. That flak gear protecting him quite well. So, looks like I'm not able to get more than that. Just want to make sure that Zaz doesn't bleed to death. Alright. So, Moz is allowed to use the good meds. Oh man, this is still a very, very dangerous thing. So it looks like I'm only able to kill off Sean, but Sean will bring me another sniper rifle into the colony, so... Alright, it's working out nicely. Just want to make sure that there's no surprise here. Sometimes they just stop trying to treat. I had that several times. People died because of that. So the LMG is no weapon I really want to use, but before you don't have anything, rather use that. Okay, so Nug and... Alright, Zaz is the only person suffering too much of a risk here. Okay. And Moss is picking up more medicine. Alright, there we go. But we got that covered. Alright, now only Moss needs some self-treatment. I'm going to allow that, I think. There we go, but only regular meds. And Vladislav goes on a food binge. Well... Ocelot is on days, but whatever, I'm okay with that. So, friends, it's time to say goodbye for today. We survived another round. Gotta say, the second attack was quite scary though. The amount of sniper rifles used gives me a good indication of what's going to kill us eventually. Anyways, friends, thanks so much for watching. I'm having so much fun with this series. I hope you guys are enjoying your time as well. And feel free to drop comments down below. Feel free to like that video, share it with your friends, drop down a subscription to make my day a wonderful day. Whatever you want to do, I just hope you have a great time. And until then, goodbye.